Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
You can't afford to lose this game right now.
Luck now to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's a big play there for the Saints. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Single.
To throw is Lott. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown on the year.
What I'm trying to figure out is when you bring him into the picture because he is soon to be top receiver.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter.
Bring it.
Now it's Lott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3rd and long. It's Lott. And he finds Cook.
We got this.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook.
Holding offense.
That's some bullshit.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
I got you.
Now Love. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh my goodness. How you can't even throw in the fucking line,
but this one
fucking
is
bomb.
incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Clock throwing again. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. He'll get that complete to the tight end Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. As his guys... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Come on! We're talking about a 3-10 team. How we tied.
On
We just
first
got
down,
blown
it's
up
Long.
a team that had a better record than you.
And this is Cook with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Joker, 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 Joker. Come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Luck now A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Luck on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Luck. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. This home crowd...
Check out. Right for it. Reflect.
Luck. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Throwing now, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Lott. Wide open receiver complete. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they...
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
There ain't nothing to redeem.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,